Data from Pitchbook showing the number of tech founders and CEOs who step down or get pushed out from leading the companies they created, they end up winding up getting a second chance. And Deirdre Bosa is here this morning with some names from 2019 who may be making a comeback this year. Deirdre.
Good morning, Andrew. We'll call them serial entrepreneurs. There are those that have successfully exited at least one company and subsequently launched another. Now, Pitchbook has quantified their advantage. First, experienced entrepreneurs, they have earlier access to capital. On average, they raise a first round of venture capital nearly 9 months earlier than novice founders. Secondly, they tend to secure larger valuations, 3 times larger on median than startups led by inexperienced entrepreneurs at the late stage. Not surprisingly, guys, they also tend to gain access to top investors. Essentially, success begets success. It's not that surprising, but what is considered a successful exit? Well, Travis Kalanick was famously ousted from Uber amid controversy, but less than 3 years later, his new startup Cloud Kitchens has a $5 billion valuation. Investors include Kraft Ventures, Social Capital, and Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund, also an early Uber backer. There's also Mike Cagney, ousted from SoFi in 2018. He raised $50 million for his blockchain startup less than a year later. Now, last year, of course, saw controversial exits, not just at WeWork, at Jewel, Wag, and Away. So it makes you wonder, guys, could Adam Newman and some of the other fallen CEOs be planning their next act? Back to you.
I got a couple questions. One is this idea that these serial entrepreneurs, do they end up keeping their ownership stakes typically in their former firms?
Well, whether they keep it for him, you see the case of Travis Kalanick. He is completely sold out of Uber. But yes, cashing it out does give them a way to put some more money into their next venture. But what the Pitchbook data shows is that even though they've been through it with VCs before, they tend to give up more ownership when they create their new businesses, probably because they're raising larger rounds at higher valuations. So they are actually giving up more. It doesn't make them afraid to give up more of their stake in the companies, that the new companies they're creating. And
the CEOs that leave, that don't go on to start a second company, what do they end up doing? Becoming venture capitalists, I'm assuming?
Yeah, a lot of them become angel investors. So they look around. There's a fewer percentage that actually become more institutional, bigger VCs, but a lot of them do become these angel investors, and that really creates this flywheel, right, that we certainly see here in the Valley, where you're seeing entrepreneurs who have started successful businesses put money into not just their own, but other businesses. So that's what keeps the ecosystem going, even when you have these high-profile busts like we have in the last year.